Social Justice Goblin, welcome to the bedroom. So, on Zebra Talk, which is a Facebook group for professional wrestling referees, I have been attending these daily seminars, and this week we were treated to a all-female week, and one of the questions that kept popping up over and over and over again, excuse me as I dry my face as part of my prep. So one of the questions that over and over came again was how you do your makeup. And finally it came to a crescendo with Audrey Edwards saying that she uses drag makeup to do her makeup because it's very similar. It borrows both similar from techniques. Obviously, we're not doing full-on drag makeup. I'm not going to go crazy things with my eyes and all kinds of lines and things like that. But I do have something to offer in this subject matter because, well, I might not look it. I might be a just heavy-set, ugly woman, but trans woman. I'm trans. But I transitioned back in 2011, and when I transitioned, I started doing a drag career. So I had a drag career from 2011 to about 2013. Last time I did drag was 2015, and that was fun. It got me fired. So anyways, as I was saying, as I clean off my face, I'm going to show you how I do my makeup. Now, the first thing we got to understand is, the first thing before you do any makeup on a drag level, you need brushes. Oops, I threw brushes everywhere. I have to pick them up. But brushes. I cannot stress how much you need brushes. Clean brushes, for that matter. Which some of these aren't clean. Sorry, I dropped my brushes. And this is not going to be one of those highly polished makeup videos out there. I mean, I'm just, I have a webcam sticking in front of my face. The next thing I want to talk about is product. Now, I have a set of product I use. Does it work? For me, yes. Will it work for you? I'll offer some alternatives that you can use. But honestly, I've seen wonderful makeup jobs done with dollar store makeup. In fact, that was one of the challenges drag queens like to do, is use dollar store makeup to do their makeup. And they could do fabulous jobs. In fact, some of it has high pigment, surprisingly. And you can get the illustrious pan sticks at the dollar store. So I mean, but I have found a mix of brands that I've been using for now. I might upgrade later, and I will make other suggestions as I go along. But by no means do not use the products I have. The only thing that I would suggest that you invest in is brushes. I cannot stress that enough. And for my brushes, I mean, you can pick up this roll for $20 on Amazon. I've used them throughout my drag career. In fact, my drag mom used to always joke me with my cheap brushes. She's always like, you need to buy better brushes. And I'm always like, they do the job. And she's like, yeah. And besides, it's better to start with cheap brushes because, God, when you ruin a $50 brush, it hurts. I ruined one of my MAC brushes. Oh, that hurt. All right, so the first thing I do is, obviously I'm sweating, so now I got to deal with all this water. So the first thing I grab, I need to put these out, so bear with me. All right. So the first product I have is a primer. So this is your makeup primer. I use Hourglass. It's called Hourglass. I swear by this. This stuff the way this was sold to me was that Madonna used it in one of her concerts where she'd gone under a waterfall and her makeup would stay on. This stuff waterproofs pretty good, but it also adds a layer of sweat for me. But so with this, you want to take a little light dab. That's actually a little too much. A little dab, not very much. And then you spread it between two fingers, and then you rub it into your face. You don't want to use too much, because if you use too much, according to one drag queen who knows makeup, so that it makes you a little bit more slippery, is the way she explained it to me. So I'm not a makeup expert, but I know when I use a lot of extra, my makeup doesn't stay on. Okay, so that puts you on your first layer. Then the next thing you want to put on is your foundation. Now, I am going to use high definition that you get from Sephora. I was color tested. This is the color that best matches my skin, and it's like $60. It's more high end. I also have another tube of cheap foundation that I bought at the mall one day when I was, I got suckered. But it's decent. It has powder in it too, but this doesn't have any powder. So then you squirt some on. You squirt, and this one you want a bigger glob, and then you put it on your finger, and then you rub it on your fingers, and then you rub it on your face. Yes, I cover the lips, and mix it in. Notice how your skin becomes one even color. But now, with all the sweat and all the makeup product, I'm glistening. Looks kind of sweaty, a little oily. So the next thing I do, and I take a big powder brush, and I take some setting powder. I'm using a CoverGirl product. Personally, I should go back to using Coty powder. Honestly, Coty powder is pretty much a staple in drag rooms, in the drag industry, and it's invaluable. Tap the brush. See how you tap all that nice powder out. Damn, I really got powder in there. Okay, now it's got a light layer in it, and then just blend it on in little circles. Notice how it starts to soften that glisten. I mean, there's still some sweat that's piling up. And then that's your foundation. I mean, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. A couple ponts there, just rub it in. That will set your foundation. And then dry yourself off. Okay. So now the next step is, in the lights, I'm going to look like this giant brown blob with no lips. So obviously this is just your start. Your first you want to contour. So I'm going to use Ben 9. Now Ben 9, you get this at a costume shop. We have one here in Austin. I buy it from. They're about $12 a thing, so they're not cheap, but they're high pigment and they're designed for theater, and so theater makeup. I also have, and I use this extensively, is my NYX Beauty School Dropout makeup kit I bought. I understand NYX is not the all-star brand of, say, MAC. It's still decent. If I had to choose, though, I would go with MAC Blunt for my contouring. So I'm going to have multiple layers of contour going. So I'm going to open this up and put it right here. So, got to pick my brown up. Get a brush. There's my angled brush. Where are you, angled brush? All right, here's an angled brush. Ooh, a little frizzy. So now you're going to put on what I like to call my whip marks. So I'm using my brown Ben 9 with a angled brush. I hope that helps. And then dip it in the powder. And then, so what you're trying to create is a line from here. You don't want to cross. You don't want to cross this magic line from the tip of your mouth up, and you don't want to cross where the ball of your cheek is. So whip it on. Comes on thick. You're gonna rub it down, but it's bootalicious brown. And then up top, you're creating kind of a crescent, not a crescent moon. All right, so continuing on, I my computer decided to hold up. So as you can see, the way you can get this line here, I can just do it by eyesight, but you pucker your mouth like a fish. And then you see that little line that forms, and then you can get that. Then you get up in here, and you get up into your hairline. Oops. Got to get my bend 9. And yes, this is, you're making what I call the 3. So I'm building. See, what I'm doing now is I'm blending it down. And it creates a contour. And you see how it forms that little moon crescent thing going there? Let me continue on this side and move some hair. And I'm blending up into the hairline, by the way. Okay, I'm going to whip mark coming down. Oh my God. Total disaster. See, the beauty is you can make mistakes and then correct them. So you see, forehead doesn't look as ridiculous. And as you can see, it's blended brown on my eye. And now I'm going to blend this down. Now I'm creating a line down here. You're creating basically a 3 pattern. Okay, so one trick my drag mom taught me is to do the triangle right here to hide your big chin. And yes, I learned makeup from my drag mom, Kelly Klein. God, I look. And so I'm creating, notice how it's now rounding out my face, kind of. Now, I've put way too much makeup on, so I've got to blend down. Fix mistakes. I put some more foundation on to fix the mistake. Do it on the same side to make sure they're even. And it also adds back another layer. In all reality, put some powder on it. So, not happy with my top. And just, I know, it looks horrible. And then set with some more powder. Now, it doesn't look impressive right now. You just seen, like, some contour out. The next thing is then I start putting on the next layer, which is using my NYX Beauty School Dropout. I'm using these colors up here to do them. I'm going to put some white in, I'm going to put some more brown on, and then some pale, and create another layer underneath this dark layer. And be very generous in applying this thick. Alright, so I need another angled brush. Where are you? There we go. Applying the white first. So. God, you can tell I'm so amateur at this. Applying on this white one right here. Put that down there because it's just easier to grab. And put a white layer in here. As you can see, it puts a nice white layer right up there. Put a layer. You can, it's not quite, this white isn't quite clown white, but it adds a layer of brightness. And as you can see, it brings out the contour. And then make sure you get up top your head. And as you can see, I'll do that in a second. As you can see, it brightens it out, softens the lines, and gives your face kind of a shape. It doesn't look impressive yet. And then get underneath. And as you can see, your face kind of takes on a shape. And notice how now my face is more round. And you can see delineated lines. I tend to put a little bit more pink. This pink color, this pink color right here. I put that down here kind of to darken it a little. You want it a little darker than above. And there. That's decent contouring. And you can see the clear marks, whips. It's very light. It's not super heavy. At this point then, using the brown, and yes, I do mix brushes on this one. Highlight it again. Get on the edge of the line. Oh. Blend it down a little. Touch up here a little. And there you go, you're contoured. Next on the list is, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, there it is I'm using my MAC brush. And I'm going to now make my cheeks. So, pulling out my thing, I'm going to use these 3 reds, and I'm going to vary the tone, and I am going to mix colors in the brush because, well, little of this, little of that, because you want to get a little blend. I like a little blend of them. And then you create apple blossom cheeks. Blend down a little. And you see how that now creates kind of an after effect. You might have to touch a little in there because sometimes you go under that magic line because you see how I have that line right there, and you can still see the contour under it, but now it looks like I have nice cheeks. Do the same on the other side. And I put a little blend line down here to kind of blend it down. As you can see that, oops, grab a different brush. Okay. So now you can kind of see, you can see contour, you can see kind of, okay, I don't do it as heavy as I would do drag. I would do another layer on top of this with Coty powder and, do another whole layer on top of that. But, yeah, actually, so then, yeah, put another layer of setting powder on. And do your second layer. So, grab my bend. And this time go lightly. Ooh, went a little too heavy there. Go lightly with the brush, otherwise you get the glob. Make sure that chin gets nice and round and more feminine. And then next layer of pigment. Going to get my pigment mix. See how that next layer adds another layer of darkness to it and adds more depth to your makeup. Get some of that clown white going. Adding another layer of nice contour. As you see, as I'm going down the bridge of the nose, I'm not going on the sides because, all honesty, what you're doing there is take a flat brush. You take a flat brush and you run a line from your eye to your nose, from there to there. Notice how it looks smaller now? And it makes your nose look smaller. And then you put a little powder in between the middle to highlight it out. And there you go. There's that. Now finish it up with some redo the cheeks. And as you can see, it's that's just the first layer. Now, the next thing I like to do is my eyes. So for your eyes, you need flat brushes. You need flat brushes. You need a little pointy head brush. And that will do for now. Let's see. And you need an angled brush. Where's my angled brush? Do I have an angled brush? No? Oh, I better have an angled brush. See, I keep losing my angle brushes. There we go. I got an angle brush. Yeah, that's an angle brush. That will do the trick. It's cut angle. It's small. But put my brushes there. Another brush. These are the brushes I'm using for my eye makeup. This little thing kind of does good for the middle. This gets pot. This, gets the upper part. This is for your eyebrows. And this, and let's see if I have a flat. Yes, I have a flat right here. And this is for your eyeliner. So these are the brushes I'll be using for my eyes. First, I got to pick my eye makeup. Now, initially I went for rough makeup. I went with browns. But then I kept getting told not enough eye makeup, not enough, it didn't pop. So, all right. So before I started my eye, I got the brushes shown now. Now I'm going to start on my eyes. First, I wanted to go, I was looking in the mirror and they didn't look quite rosy. So I'm going to add a little bit more red to them, pop them up, make them look nice and, like now I've got decent looking cheeks. I look like I got cheeks now. A little harsh on the harsh lines, but you're under a light. So next I pick my mate. So like I said, I go with my pinks. So this range of colors right here is where I aim for, these three right here. So the first color I'm going to go with a flat brush. I'm going to go with this pink right here. And I gently tap it on, grabbing some more. And I layer that lower layer of the eye. And that gets that little layer there. Then I take the other blue, other pink, and I get up top. Pretty simple. Just do it kind of like a car wash. Just whipper wiper, whipper wiper, whipper wiper, whipper wiper. And then for the middle layer, I take this other pink here and highlight in with a dark pink the crease. And I have a folded crease, so it adds a little bit more definition. Again, like a windshield wiper. Wiper, 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 wiper. And then the last bit you want to do is you want to get the top part of your eye. So grab a different, I'm going to grab, oh, that's a fly. I'm going to grab a smaller brush, and I'm going to paint with white, and I'm going to paint white up in there. Usually I just use my finger, and honestly, I run my finger over it once. So that kind of does the eyes in a real quick. Just gets your eyes popping, and it's quick. It doesn't look fierce. If you want to add more fierceness to it, add more darkness to it. Remember, dark on the bottom, light on the top. See, it brings it out, makes it look more fierce. Windshield wipers, remember, wipey, wipey, wipey. And now the eye looks good. Well, the next thing you want to do is paint, do the eyelids. So I'm going to have to put this down, use the black eyeshadow on a flat brush. And just run it under. And just run it like a line. And it makes your eyes, see how now my eyes are popping out. And, now the makeup's starting. And while I'm touching my faces, I'm blending it down a little. It's a little, I'm like, ooh, that's a little too harsh. But boom. So I'm just... Okay, and just... And then boom, your eyes pop a little. I might throw... I still got some pink on there, so I'm going to throw a little bit more pink in there. And boom. Last thing you do is your eyebrows. Now to do your eyebrows, you need what is called an angled brush. This is a terrible angled brush. Where did I put my Ben? So, I pull out my Ben 9 again. Ben 9, by the way, is great makeup. High pigment, made for theaters. Can't strongly recommend it. I wish I had the money to buy more Ben 9. Actually, I need to buy more Ben 9 for my job. Because you gotta have high quality makeup. So, put a little line like so on each one, so you have a marker where to start, and then just run it through, kind of follow the arch. And getting these perfect, they're like cousins. And then you just run it through, and it makes your eye pop a lot more. And voila. Now you look authoritarian with your rock. With like the rock. So your eyes, now look how I look with my eyes. I look more doughy-eyed. I look more like an innocent girl. I guess, my hair up. So the last thing, pulling out my next spool again, is the lips. So you need a lip brush. It's an angle brush. So you want a lip brush. That's this right here. And I'm going to go to my trusty... Now, do you see why I have this NYX Schoolgirl? It has all my makeup in one kit. So first I'm going to use white. Now you're going to go, why white? So the first thing you want to create is and this is going to be tricky to do. Kind of in a triangle position. And you're creating a little white. And this is the first layer you're putting on. You're putting in a thin layer of white, and it creates a spectacular color. Then you want to pick another color that you want to go with. I'm going to go with a pink. I like the natural colors. Smack your lips a little when you want to adjust it. See, the white creates kind of like, notice how it gives it like a little texture? And then you want to dab a little red. In there. And you're creating, maybe put a little pink on the inside there to create another layer. And you're creating, looking nice, looking lips. And it's just using little makeup. These are little lipstick stains. They come with the mannequin. This is highly portable. I can take it with me on the road and just throw a bunch of my brushes in. So then I finish it off. I close it out with a thing that locks it in. I don't have that handy right now. You can pick them up. Next, then the final layer is the finishing powder. So again, another fine layer of powder. Damp. And sets everything. And there you go. Completely transformed. Now, 1, 2, 3! Away for your night of referee magic. I could do better on the lips, I think. I mean, I'll have to do a lip tutorial. Just on lips, probably. And yeah, thinner looking nose. I broke my nose recently, so I really got to thin it down, and there you go. Good luck with making your drag makeup. Well, your referee makeup, because this is my referee makeup technique. I hope you enjoyed and found it informative. Leave your comments. I'll answer your makeup questions. I am by no stretch of the imagination an expert in makeup. I'm not a trained makeup artist, and nor am I really an active drag queen anymore. I'm a referee, or at least a student to be a referee. I'm still studying to be a referee. So, but there you go. Simple, quick, and easy.